All right, HHW fam, hip hop and wrestling. I'm with my mans and them, Steven Gold. Say hey to the people.
What's
Steven
good,
Gold.
people?
All right, so Mr. Gold, it might be time for us to switch and start watching more SmackDown than Raw. Because I'll admit I haven't been watching much SmackDown for the past 2 months, but Nick keeps telling me that show was like superior to Raw in so many different ways.
Your boy up there, man, Ilya.
Ilya's back, right? And he took the title off of Sammy. So now I got to go back and watch this entire run because apparently Sammy's been tearing it up every week.
Yeah, he has for sure.
I think it's time. I need something new, something fresh. We've been watching the same old and maybe it's time to pivot and see what the Blue Brand's doing and give them some more love.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think so too, man. I think a metaphor only Raleigh people would get. It's like, Crabtree Valley. Crabtree is not the most extravagant mall, but it's always been a go-to mall. So it's going to go there regardless. So that's kind of how like Raw is. Raw is like, we're so used to it. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to watch Raw regardless because we're just so used to it. It's just we're comfortable with it.
Yeah, but, they're the flagship.
Yeah, exactly. But SmackDown has really been exciting. Ilya's up there. And that match between him and Sammy was crazy, bro. It was a good ass match.
I got to see it. Ilya's my boy.
I know. Guy. That's why I thought about you when I saw that. I'm like, damn, I'm going to VS all this because I know that's your boy. That's your boy. And the guy I talked to that works at he got a new job now. He's a big wrestling fan. I think he watches the show. Hey, shout out to Dill Murray.
Dill Murray? Shout out to Dill Murray.
Dill Murray, bro. That's a funny ass name. It's cool as hell too.
Yeah, actually, that is a great name.
Dill Murray, bro. He's a Bill Murray fan, and he mixed in dill pickles with it. But yeah, he's a big fan of he said Ilya's in his top 5 of wrestlers.
I mean, that's high praise. Is he is Dill our age?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's definite. That's high praise right there. Ilya is that dude. Something about him, he just looks like he's been in like a battle, whether the match is 10 minutes or 3 minutes. He has the facial expressions, that charisma. He just hits so damn hard. Like his offense looks great to where it can be applied to someone his size or someone twice his size.
Yeah, he's kind of like looks like a cruiserweight, but he hits like he's a giant. And like my man does a flying headbutt off the ropes. That shit's cool. What is it called? The H-bomb or something like that?
Yep. Yeah.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah. Hell, when he just drops his forearm on your face.
Yeah, he just like that shit like it hurts, bro.
Boy, I don't. Yeah, him and if you were to go back to NXT, go on Peacock and look up
him and Gunther
NXT UK and watch him versus Gunther.
Yeah.
Jesus. You thought Sheamus versus Gunther was a brutal match?
Yeah.
You ain't seen nothing, bro.
That's the same thing Dill was talking about. He's like, man, him and Gunther's matches, oh my. Yeah.
Incredibly. But yeah, I think I might take a little break from Raw and just catch the clips and the highlights and put more energy in SmackDown. I need something new, something fresh. And I think they tried to give us a little bit of new last night on Raw, but still a lot of the same old Raw soup that we're used to.
So what's the thing that stood out most to you about the episode last night?
Well, on a positive note, because I want to be positive, I don't want to come here and just on the programming every single week. And I definitely don't want to on the wrestlers. No matter what I talk about on here about the matches and the booking, this has nothing to do with the human beings who are putting their bodies on the line every week to
appreciate you so much.
We appreciate you. This ain't about you, the human being. This is about the character and the storyline and the booking.
Creative direction.
And the direction. That's all. That's all. So I want to make sure we always give the wrestlers and the talent, the referees, everybody their respect. You got that. But last night, on a positive note, Dragon AJ Styles and Dragon Lee winning the World Tag Team Championships.
I called it.
Awesome. That was awesome. And you did call that. You did predict that. You said last week they're probably going to win. And they did in an excellent match with no shenanigans. So I was happy to see that. It was something different, something new. Great showing from Dragon Lee. He's been showing out as of late. He's been shining as of late. Yeah. So getting that rub with a title win alongside AJ, who's going through his retirement run, it was great. Now, if I was to jump back into the negative side of things, you kind of know where this is leading next. They're probably going to feud with a Judgment Day for a few more weeks. And what's going to happen is that rematch is going to happen, right? It'll probably tie to some dissension because Finn will say, well, Dom, you're the one who got us defending the titles to begin with, or something like that. My bad Finn impression. And then they'll have a week. The titles. They'll have a week where it's Dragon Lee versus JD, and then they'll switch it up another week, and then they'll have AJ versus Finn again, and then they'll switch it up. Then the rematch. It's like, I want to see AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the War Raiders. Because I haven't seen it. And if I have seen it, I don't remember it. But I don't think I've seen it because this is a new formation of a tag team, right?
Yeah. Well, what about the El Grande Americanos?
I want to see that too. Give them a title shot.
I think that might be the next move, man, because I think they know they're kind of overdoing the Judgment Day thing as far as the tag team. So I think they're going to play off of what you said. Judgment Day is now about to implode, because Dom is a star on his own, right? And they're going to blame him for their misfortunes. And it's going to start like a feud in between them. And they're kind of going to like fizzle out until like your girl comes back. Yeah.
I don't know if they were teasing Roxanne's short little pep talk to Dom backstage to build towards Liv's. Because I've always been under the impression that Liv's coming back to feud with Roxanne. But Roxanne's not made just yet. But
you don't think so?
They kind of pumped the brakes. They kind of pumped the brakes on her, like trying to get Dom's favor. Until last night. Now she's giving pep talks saying, hey, don't worry about what Finn and JD is saying. You're keeping gold in the Judgment Day, stuff like that. Like, is that going to continue to where Dom starts to say, yeah, you're right. Like, let Roxanne get in his head. His already inflated head as it is, right?
I can see it now, man. Him doing like a big title defense and she running into the ring, like celebrating with him. Then like Liv's music hit, bro. I can see it.
Hey, he can get caught like red-handed and wrong place, wrong time scenarios like he did with Liv while Rhea was out. They can they can repeat that whole thing over and I'll be fine with it because
me too.
That's what Dom does. He's the Casanova.
Yeah, he is.
Know what I mean? But so that was positive to me, AJ, because now I see, new matchups. If they want to go all the way with it, but it could just be a transition. It could just be for 1 week or 2 weeks, and then it goes right back on Judgment Day. Judgment Day's had those belts for a few months, and that was like their second title defense.
It's funny you say that because I follow Xavier Woods online on Instagram, and he was talking. He said that same. He was like, they only had one title defense, just one. Yeah, he was talking shit about that, man.
Yeah,
I predict somewhere in the future, New Day gonna get mixed up again too.
I hope so. I would love to see New Day versus AJ and Dragon Lee.
That would be fire.
I would like to see like a decent title run. It doesn't have to be forever. It's just like, can these two revitalize the Raw tag team division? SmackDown tag team division, they all right. But Raw, they've been in the freezer for a very, very long time.
It's like they're just throwing spaghetti on the wall, man. They don't know what to do. They just trying.
And
but that's why I predicted that. I was like, this should be something new and refreshing if AJ and Dragon Lee won. And I was like, they're gonna win. I feel it. They're gonna win because they're listening. They're seeing how the crowd reacts, and it's like they don't know what to do with the Judgment Day as tag team champions. It was like, all right, let's try something different, and that was needed. So good job. Great job, WWE. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me a title change on TV with an exciting team, with an exciting pair. I don't know what that means when the LWO come back, or I don't even know where they are.
That's something else Xavier was talking about. He was like, in the LWO, he said, Rey Mysterio shows up whenever he wants to. He was talking shit.
Where is the? Boy, don't get me started on this Gold, because you know this tag division is pure trash.
Pretty bad.
Where the hell's where's the Creeds?
Yeah, they have been out of action, man.
Where the hell is the Creeds? Where the hell is the LWO? Where's the other War Raider? Where is he at? Is he hurt?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
Who else is in the tag team division? Nobody? Judgment Day, AJ, and Dragon Lee.
Yep.
You would think that's enough teams to have like some dope ass ladder matches and all types of shit.
Out the mud.
They're not official yet though. That was just a dark match.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was non-televised.
So they're not even on NXT?
They're on NXT. They're NXT talent, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they got tag teams on NXT. It's just Raw. They don't know what to do with the time they got, the 2 hours and 30 minutes that they have every week.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we'll see. I give them the benefit of the doubt. I think they need to have more tag team wrestling, because tag team wrestling is exciting, and you can get more people in the mix. Hell, give me a match with Otis and Tozawa against another team. Just get people, mix things up. That's it's like the easy button for booking, is just to have some tag team matches. You got Bron and Bronson. They never went for the tag team titles. They could have got that and just dominated on some bloodline, but no.
It would have been
tag team division's trash on Raw. SmackDown is okay, but I might change my sentiment once I start watching SmackDown again. So we'll see. But that was a positive. That was a positive on Raw. Yeah. So okay. So now we got to make this sandwich. So we got a positive piece of bread on the top. We're going to talk a little in the middle. Then we're going to put another positive piece of bread on the bottom. So let's go back. So now let's
layers,
talk about
people. It's all about layers.
So let's go ahead and put this compliment sandwich together here with the critiques, the feedback. Before I say anything else, did you have anything to add to the tag team picture?
Like I said, I was just excited that we got some new tag team champions, and I'm excited to see what they do. I hope they don't f this up.
So I guess AJ is done. He's not technically done with the Judgment Day. I think he's temporarily done with Dom, because Dom got his hands full with Rusev and Penta, which, based on last night, led me to believe that a three-way is on the horizon.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Of course a three-way is on the horizon. This is what they do. This is like, even Stevie Wonder.
How soon you think Saturday night main event?
Might as well. But they just announced Drew and Cody. So we got Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. We got CM Punk versus Jey Uso, which we're going to talk about that.
Which I kind of excited about.
Say that one. Say that one. We're going to say the best for last here.
Okay.
That's going to be that's the meat of this sandwich.
Yeah.
That's the meat. Right now, we're just messing with the toppings.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
We got to talk about that. But first, we got the obvious three-way coming. And then I assume AJ Styles may get back in the mix. I could have thought of something else they could have did with AJ Styles last night, but they chose to go a different direction. But it's okay. I like the direction that they went, but they could have doubled down and it could have been just AJ Styles night all across the board, but it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we were talking last week about what's going to happen now that Bron speared Seth into oblivion, and they're crediting him and Bronson for Seth's injury, which we know was from that wacky headbutt or whatever that he did against Cody in their match. But Seth got surgery officially. We have no idea how long he's out. What we were told was it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Now, whatever that while is, I'm going to assume he won't be back in time for the Rumble. But if he does, cool. But maybe we'll get lucky and he'll be back in time for Mania.
I think so.
Okay. That'll be fine. So I had tried to record a video before Raw. Didn't put it out, and I'm glad I didn't, because I went on this long tangent talking about tonight's the night. That Bron got to shine. Bron got to come out and show us that he is ready. And the closest that we got to it was just him putting the title over his shoulder for the brief period that he had it. It looked good on him.
Did.
But he didn't shine. He didn't shine at all. He ain't up. He ain't beat nobody up. He didn't even cut a promo. He just bullied Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
And then Bronson Reed, he didn't do shit either.
He just stood in the background, just cheesing like a...
Just sitting in the background. Paul Heyman got on the mic, dropped it as if he said something worthy of substance. He didn't say shit. That was a whole bunch of word salad and a nothing burger. He didn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And tried to make it seem as if this was the plan all along. I'm not buying it. That was not satisfactory. They could have flipped it a little bit different, but to say, "Oh, I always knew we didn't do this turn for Seth Rollins." Yes, you did, because Braun wasn't part of the vision at WrestleMania when the turn happened. It was just you and Seth until Monday night. Because if you wanted to plan everything around Braun, you could have just planned everything around Braun. Seth didn't have to be involved.
Real. Exactly. But you want to know who cut the best promo?
Who cut the best promo? Becky Lynch?
Goddamn right.
I
played it
prediction,
like 5 times back to back, bro. I was like, yeah, she homed in like she was talking for her husband, bro. I was like, that shit gave me chills, bro. Yeah, that was a beautiful ass promo. She homed in, bro.
That was better than anything that Paul said all night.
Hell yeah.
And
I'm not buying your snake oil salesman crap. It don't work on me. I was like, woo.
Yeah. So she pretty much let you know that
never liked you.
The boogeyman's coming to get you. And I like when she said that Seth knew you were going to turn on him. He was surprised you haven't done it already.
Yes. Yes.
And I was like, well, because we know you can't trust Paul Heyman. And I think Braun and Bronson are going to learn eventually as well. And I don't think it's going to work out great for Paul Heyman. Gosh, if
he might get more than the table this time, bro.
He might get a tsunami.
He might get a super curve stomp.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that seed. Although I don't want Seth to come back as a face, he's going to have to pretty much.
Oh, it's no doubt. He's going to come back as a face.
Once that music hits, you know it's a wrap.
Yeah, they're going to go nuts, bro. They're going to go nuts like they go nuts for Roman.
Yeah. So Becky did do a good promo backstage, and I'm glad that they did that, because we talked about it last week. I was like, well, what if they pull up on Becky? Becky pulled up on Paul.
Says, you like fucking pink in the face prick.
Yeah, so that was good. That was good. So yeah, I thought this would have been a moment for Braun to come in. Now, granted, again, he looked the part. We all know Braun's cool. Everyone we want to bark when he kills people. Right, we know he got that Steiner craziness in him. Right? But you gotta let this man talk. We gotta let this man explode verbally on the microphone and get some more, like, for people to know, yo, Bron Breakker ain't nothing to with.
I'm telling you what he gotta do, bro. Look, what he gotta do, Bron, dye that hair blonde, start coming out with the chain do-rag, get on your uncle, bro. Start doing some push-ups in the ring. Start hitting the Steiner recliner on. Start hitting the Steiner driver on, bro.
I believe he can do it, man.
Hell yeah.
Because eventually, it's inevitable he's going to be a top babyface, because he was in NXT. He was a great babyface in NXT. But he's also a great scary heel. Like, you just don't f with Bron Breakker. Bronson Reed is scary as fuck. I don't want that dude. I don't want to ever be the tsunami. Get the fuck out of here. It's just a splash. But it's the biggest, most powerful, the bounce.
Yeah. The
whole ring shakes, bro. When he does that tsunami. Doesn't even get a lot of air. But gravity ain't your friend when the tsunami is coming. But the most appropriate name for a finisher, if you ask me.
Tsunami. Yeah.
It's like one of the dopest names ever. Now I don't like it.
Splash. This is tsunami, man. Like, don't even downplay it. Yeah.
Right. Like, we're going to destroy the entire shore. Whole coastline is up. Now he calls his Death Valley driver this Jagged Edge. Don't necessarily like that.
Yeah.
But whatever. He can call that something a little bit cooler. I mean, Death Valley driver sounds dope enough. Yeah. Some names ain't got to change. The Death Valley driver, DDT, Power Driver, Power Bomb. You never have to change those names.
No, you don't. Or at least put your tag on it, the Bronson driver or something like that, man.
Or the Bronson driver, Tsunami driver.
Tsunami driver, Tsunami Splash, and Tsunami driver.
Big Bronson Reed, but that's my guy. I believe in these guys, but last night they did not show out. And maybe it's just a slow game. It's like, hey, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. They took him out the Battle Royal. That made sense from a logical standpoint. Why would I reward you and put you in a title, a number one contender determining match?
Exactly.
When you're the reason why we're in this mess to begin with.
Yeah.
Made sense to me. Okay, fine. So you don't want to have them in the match. You don't want to have them talking, and you don't have them come out there and destroy everybody on Raw. Maybe I should be thankful that I didn't get to see the same main event that we've been getting all summer. So, okay, boom. We'll add that back to the positive piece of bread. Matter of fact, we'll put that's the bottom slice right there. The main event that had more people in it than just Division, Jey Uso, and LA Knight, and Jimmy Uso, and CM Punk. We had 13 of them involved. Thank you. We'll talk about that shortly. So I was not satisfied with the follow-up. Not to say that they won't make it work. I know they'll make it work at some point. And then 2 months from now, everything that I said today won't matter. I'll be excited all over again, hopefully. But I was not satisfied with their contribution to the show last night, with the exception of Becky. But what about you?
I told you, I called it, bro. I was like, it's going to be some kind of like, I don't remember my exact words on last episode, but I was like, man, it's going to be like some mediocre shit itself not going to be there. And I said, I just hope that Bron has something significant to say, and which he didn't. So I called it. I knew it. I was like, I just knew it, bro. I just knew it. That's how they play it, man. That's how they play it. But I
very
agree with
safe.
You. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was just agreeing with you. Like, I just hope I'm with you. Like, I hope they have a better build up than this start. Because this start was kind of ass. It's pretty like, ass. Come on, man. It's like y'all have all the time in the world. All the time in the world to like come up with so many ideas. And granted, injuries definitely shift storylines. But you have a team dedicated to come up with storylines. That's all they got to do. They don't got to do anything else. They just come up with storylines.
Yeah, 7 days.
Yeah. Come up with something. You don't have your person who supposedly wrecked the champion don't have a lot to say. I will have a lot to say. I'm going to tell you why I did it. I'm going to tell you why I did it. I'm going to tell you how I felt. I'm going to tell you what my plans is with this felt. I'm going to talk my shit. And,
right.
And I was kind of let down like you. I was kind of let down because I just knew like he was going to have, I was just hoping, I was hoping he was going to have some shit to talk. But I was like, all right. And lo and behold, it wasn't him. It was goddamn Becky Lynch. Shout out to Becky Lynch for talking some shit. And it wasn't even a long promo. It was a short and sweet, but it was beautiful.
Yeah. Way better than what Paul Heyman said. Paul Heyman didn't say shit. Like, come on, bro. If you're the mouthpiece for the two top heels can't speak for themselves. You can't speak for them either, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm just not unsatisfactory. I'm pretty sure somebody loved it. So if you liked it, shout out to you.
Yeah. Shout out.
I ain't gonna knock it.
Hey man, you like it, I love it.
Right. We'll give them another chance. I hope they got some big plans for them in terms of like who they're going to be getting in the mix with over the next few weeks leading into Rumble season.
Me too.
So here's the deal. They didn't come out and up last night. They just stayed in the back, docile, no chaos whatsoever. All right, cool. That's fine. Maybe they're saving it. So let's talk about the Battle Royal. Because nothing really else from the show stands out to me. Becky fought Maxine. Okay. Roxanne fought Stephanie. Yeah, it was all right. I hope Stephanie's not hurt. I think she may have like tweaked her leg or something on a move. Hopefully she's fine.
Please.
We don't need no more injuries.
Okay. Be okay.
Yeah. AJ Dragon Lee, great match with the Judgment Day. I love Finn Balor. JD McDonough is so good, so smooth. Dragon Lee. You should see his brothers. His two brothers that are in AEW, Jalisco and Roosh. Really, really good. They all look alike too. All got the same body. They're just different heights, but Roosh looks like a crazed lunatic. A story for another day.
That's fire.
So we have a battle royal. Makes sense. They didn't do a tournament because they realized they ain't got that much time. November 1st to be here before we know it. Let's just do a battle royal. Okay, I'm excited. I love battle royals. Hell yeah. Get mad people in the ring. People get chances to shine, do some spots, some different combinations. It was 17 people in this battle royal.
That is an odd ass number.
Yeah, it was 17 because it would have been 19 had Bron and Bronson been in there. But it wasn't even 20 men. And I thought, wow, I'm looking at this battle royal and I'm looking at the participants. And the reason why we keep getting the same every week is because we have an issue with depth on this roster. When we can't even fill out 20 people for a battle royal, right? And I'm looking in the ring and I'm looking at the competitors. I'm gonna read them off to you because we know who won. Jey Uso won. I don't know if that was the right call, but the story tied to it, I like more. And when I say story, I mean more of like the Bloodline family
friction
story, not necessarily Punk versus Jey.
It made sense. I'm with you on that too. But go ahead.
But I don't think that was the right call.
Me neither.
If you're not going to strap the rocket to Bron and immediately thrust him into the entitled contention, it should have did that for LA Knight.
Yep. That's what I had in my mind. I had in my mind LA Knight because and I've been saying this for a while, bro. We've been talking about this for a long time, bro. It's like they just keep him over, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, man. It's like LA Knight. To me, it feels like LA Knight is just fucking with the same who keep making him think he gonna get some put, and he just never do, bro. Like he take out on dates, take her to Ruth Chris, go for walks in the park, and she just they go to the crib and she be like, all right, I'm about to go to sleep. They be like, what you mean you about to go to sleep, girl? I thought we was gonna hang out. Like, but that's what it feels like, bro. I hate keep ladies. I'm not a tool, I promise you. It's just a good metaphor because y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, but that's what it feels like, bro. But it's like they just keep promising him a treat, and he does everything he's supposed to do. You take out the trash, and you're gonna get your chore money. Just make sure. Oh, well, wait till next week. You just make sure you do everything right, and we'll make sure you get your chore money. And he does it, and they just say, well, make sure you do it this time, and we'll make sure you get your chore money next week. It's like, yo, that y'all keep doing the same to me, and I do everything y'all tell me to do, and you keep me over, bro. I feel so bad for him. I mean, granted, I know he's getting paid.
He's getting paid.
I know he's getting paid, bro. I know he's getting paid.
He's feeding his family.
Yeah, but it's just like they just been twirling in the wind so long, bro. It's crazy.
He's a top guy. So much more for somebody in his position.
Yeah,
he's getting that Dolph Ziggler.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's like right there, but he just never gets there. He's right there though. He's at the door. He's right at the door.
At least Dolph Ziggler did win the championship.
Yeah, which I didn't even know. I didn't even know he won a championship before. I had that I saw the highlights. I was like, damn, he won a championship before?
Yeah, he cashed in Money in the Bank.
And I like Dolph Ziggler. People thought he was corny. I like Dolph Ziggler.
I thought Dolph Ziggler is so talented.
He was.
I just thought his name was...
He is.
His name was stupid.
Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was fire, bro. Hit with a goddamn zigzag, bro.
That name was stupid as well. Show off gimmick.
I'm here to show the world. Come on.
I did like his music. His music was kind of hard. The name, not really. He was in the Spirit Squad. Do you remember the Spirit Squad?
Very vaguely.
That's two major heel factions I sometimes forget. One is the Spirit Squad. They feuded with DX for the longest, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Mm-hmm. And then Nexus.
I remember Nexus.
And those are 2 times where they pulled the trigger on some young talent and put them in the main event. Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, better than all of them. What you doing, bro? It's weird, man. So you talked about LA Knight.
Overthinking, man. They overthinking and they overthinking saying this is what the people might want instead of paying attention to what's going on and say this is what they really want. Stop with the might. Stop with what they might want and just pay attention to what they pop to, like what they cheer to. Like, I mean, going crazy when Bron speared Seth. What does that tell you? They with him. Yeah. Why not push it?
Right. Now listen, they still popped when Jey Uso won last night, so keep in mind, like pop's the pop. It is a key indicator. Yeah. But sometimes, but Jay's like, I think the pop would have been bigger had LA Knight won.
Oh hell yeah, for sure.
And Punk talk a little bit more on commentary. Him and LA Knight been having those back and forths, get that one-on-one going. At least it's not a 3-way again.
Yeah.
So here's something that I was on Reddit to see what the temperature was, right? Mm-hmm. And this one person said, being an LA Knight fan is like getting my dick put in a blender on a weekly basis.
What did I just say, bro? Got to throw them in the wind, man. They keep throwing them in the wind, man. It's crazy.
So let's go to these competitors in this battle royal real quick. Because when I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, we got an issue with the depth of our roster. Because I'm looking at everybody in the ring. Some people who've already wrestled already. Mm-hmm. Right? Clearly, based off of the summer, CM Punk's already got his title shot. So I'm like, okay, it's going to either be LA Knight or Jey Uso. Mm-hmm. One going to be Jimmy.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the list, and let's just see, can we make a case for someone else to have gotten that shot? Because it's Saturday night's main event. Mm-hmm. Right? So we know Jey Uso's in, and we'll talk about who we predict that will win that match and how we'll get to that. But let's just talk about what could have been different. Would it have been better? Right? LA so we're going to, well, of course, LA Knight would have been a better choice, but it would have been a predictable choice as well. So like just going by the other competitors and really trying to isolate who's the top guys and who's the middle and who's way at the bottom.
Yeah.
Right? So we got Jey Uso who won it. Mm-hmm. But we had AJ Styles. Now, I've not seen AJ Styles versus CM Punk. Have you?
No.
And if it has happened, I don't remember.
I don't remember it either.
They could have just had a match with him and Punk. They could have tore the house down and then had Punk get the title.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Tozawa, but he was in it. He was a contender to be a contender. Dominic Mysterio. Maybe. Not yet. Eventually, but not now.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. Dragon Lee. He had wrestled already. Yeah. And just won the World Tag Teams title. They weren't about to put him in Saturday night's main event against CM Punk. No. El Grande, though. Not saying he's worthy.
A little too early.
A little too early for El Grande to be in title talks.
Have a little build up, you know what I'm saying? Have him interfere in some matches and become a nuisance. And then have him win a pivotal match to earn and then push the button.
I think he's going to steal that IC title at some point.
I could see that happening. Right, I wouldn't be mad at it because but I just think Dom is just red hot right now, bro. And they gonna run that shit till the wheels fall off.
I like his creative ways of winning.
Me too.
And I would love for him to get slimier and slimier week after week.
Mm-hmm. I love the bell hammer in the boot.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was funny as hell, and it was very creative.
Yeah, that was like one of the best like cheating finishes I've seen in a long time. So
that was creative, bro. That was very creative. I like that. I wonder, was that his idea? Was that like did they collaborate on that idea? Or was that just the creative teams like, oh, do this?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder why they haven't thought about that before. But
exactly.
He did a 619. Like people have been hit with the hammer before. Mm-hmm. But to put it in my boot,
619 in the boot,
do a 619.
Like, that shit was fire.
Right. Finn Balor, he wrestled earlier that night, but seeing him in the world title mix versus the CM Punk would be good. Maybe they want a little bit more build for it. Mm-hmm. So 'cause we also have we also have the factor in that there's more build and a good amount of heat already there for LA Knight and Uso and Punk based off the summer. But Finn Balor, he's a former champion his damn self. Why not have him get a shot? And then he could have just said, hey, I'm going to bring the world championship back to the Judgment Day, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make Dom jealous or something.
He, as far as like singles competition, he's cold though.
He's cold?
Yeah, he's been super cold. And that's why they had those tag titles. They had to figure out a way to like keep him kind of like popping is the word. Should I say? They had to keep him like relevant.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of helping. So now that's why I said I know that there's going to be some kind of feud within the Judgment Day, and they're going to run off of that to keep him relevant or whatever, because their star is popping, Dom. And what better way to keep him popping than to have him feud with his own teammate and say he's the reason that he's not successful right now.
Yeah. But there's only one champion in Judgment Day right now, so we got some fun, uncomfortable conversations coming up for the next few episodes of Monday Night Raw. If anything, Dom would be like, hey, I talked to Pierce and got you guys a rematch. Something like that. Grayson Waller. I mean, we knew that wasn't going to happen, but he was in there. Ivar. I don't know where Eric is, but Ivar was there doing his thing against Otis, who was another competitor who had no chance in hell. JD McDonough, who had wrestled earlier. Jimmy Uso, we knew Jimmy wasn't going to win. They have fed us and conditioned us to know that Jimmy is just not winning the big one. But I would like for him to get a title shot someday.
Someday. Big Jim.
Yeah.
Your day coming, man.
Kofi was in the match, former world champion. But no. Not enough build for that, not enough heat. He's been mourning losing the tag titles for the past however many months. Penta. Now, okay. Penta. Now, I think he's in the IC title mix, but he could have been a contender. I would have been okay with Punk versus Penta.
Too early.
Too early for a world title shot for Penta?
Yeah, too early for that. I think you would need to touch that Intercontinental title before they even like tease him even getting a shot at that world title.
So who's taking it off of Dom? Penta or AJ Styles? I don't think it's Rusev. I think Rusev done. Rusev's lost twice. Shenanigans, but still twice.
You know what? Call me crazy. I'm with you. It's going to be between El Grande or Penta.
El Grande or Penta. Yeah. That title's going to get taken at some point. Rusev was in the match, but he had lost earlier. Sheamus, former world champion, was in the match. And something tells me that since he got eliminated by Judgment Day, he's going to be feuding with them and trying to find himself a partner just by them continuing to brawl after the match was over. Typically, that's what a battle royal typically spells that out, especially if someone costs the other to be eliminated. But that was 17 competitors in this match, and only 3, maybe 4 out of this 17 seemed that they were worthy enough of being in this title match with CM Punk. And only 2 of them actually had built-in heat already. Therefore, they were the 2 obvious, that being LA Knight and Jey Uso. So here we are. I wish they would have even brought some people from SmackDown over. Just say, hey, come over. If you get this title shot, you'll be a SmackDown. You'll be a Raw talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, this was basically on some old, like, you cooked yesterday. You don't feel like cooking tonight. It's like, man, what I got in here? I got some chicken. I got some leftover blah, blah, blah. Let's just make a goddamn casserole.
Right.
That's what it was.
Right. It's like Thanksgiving where they make all these other turkey dishes out of the same bird. But yeah, casserole.
It was a casserole, bro.
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah. That's what that was, man. And it's just like, all right, again, excited to see a battle royal. At the Royal Rumble, we had no idea.
No.
This past Royal Rumble, it was stacked, but it was also 2 brands.
Yeah.
But this is a problem. They got to work on this. Well, it's not just like the 17 stars they had in the match. Shout out to y'all, all talented. We appreciate you. We respect you. But you're not being treated right for us to look at you as a top guy. It's like, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Mm-hmm. I like that line. Hip hop.
And this is like, yeah, got a quote to go, but they're in control of this. My perception is what they feed to us.
Mm-hmm.
And we either eat it or spit it out.
Yeah.
This ain't it. They got to do something. This is a traveling brand. You had your entire male roster in the ring with the exception of 2 people. If there's a 17-man battle royal, I should be able to believe that at least 9 of them got a chance.
Exactly. I think it's, to be honest and transparent, I believe we can speak our true feelings as wrestling fans. Don't put so much stock into one story. Have the possibility that some of these athletes might get injured and have story B, story C, goddamn, even story D. Mm-hmm. Just in case story A don't follow through because somebody might get injured. It just happens. It just happens.
Right. Listen, going by this list, okay, let's say Jey Uso got hurt. We don't want Jey Uso to get hurt, but what if he got hurt? Okay, who wins the match? LA Knight. What if LA Knight's hurt? We don't want LA Knight hurt, but the last thing we want is LA Knight and Jey Uso and Seth Rollins hurt.
Yeah.
Now what? Who's your top face?
It's like, what you gonna do now? Like, you just gonna have another 13-person battle royal because your superstars is hurt, and then it's like, all right.
Who's gonna build up?
We don't want no casserole, man. We want a main dish. We want a elegant, very studied, well put together dish, man. We want the 3-course. We don't want the casserole, man. We don't want the casserole matches. No casserole matches.
Casserole matches. I'm happy that we got the match. It's just looking at it. It just made it look it just made things look kind of sad for the state of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And I just think they need to make some changes.
Granted, I think they was also listening to, the people's voice, and they got tired of the same LA Knight versus Jey Uso versus who else? It's always LA Knight, Jey Uso, and Cena.
Jey Uso.
It's so I was like, all right, well, let's stay head up a little bit. Let's switch it up and have a battle royal. So I think they had good intentions, but at the same time, it's like what you said. It just, all right, it don't make sense. No. It's like, make it make sense with these random superstars being in the match.
That's their entire male roster. There's no one else, unfortunately.
Even if they would have did some let's keep it real, Jay, LA Knight versus Bronson. I mean, Bron. That would have been fire.
In the 3-way?
Yeah. That would have been fire.
They should have just had Bron. They should have just had Bron in the match.
Exactly.
I get why they didn't.
Yeah.
But for the sake of making a statement, you walking around with the title on your shoulder, you don't want that title?
Yeah, this was supposed to be his successor when he decided to step away, you know what I'm saying? So why not have him in that match? I agree with you.
Yeah, they play. I love me some long-term storylines, but this one right here, they're not unfolding it at the right pace. But that's fine. That's fine.
They got time.
That's fine. They'll figure this out, but I'm going to find out on the back end by watching clips. I'm not going to dedicate my Monday evening to them next week. I'm going to dedicate a couple weeks to SmackDown to see what's popping over there, to maybe, refresh the palate a little bit, come back to Raw or closer to War Games season, because I think they might be shifting War Games to MFTs and the Wyatts.
That's what it looks like.
Which I'm not.
I mean, that's what that was. That's what that play was, like the them showing up in the ring, and like you was talking about. That was you, right? Talking about when what's girl from the Wyatt Six name?
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross stepped in the ring, and you think, oh, was that somebody else talking about that? There was somebody gonna bring back the bloodline, gonna bring back what's her name? Curly hair. Like you use her in the storyline on 2K25. She was part of the bloodline. What is her name?
A woman?
She was the Usos manager for a bit.
Tamina?
Yeah.
They're going to bring back Tamina?
Somebody, I forgot who I was talking to, but somebody, that was their idea. They thinking they might bring her back.
She used to be good. She used to be able. She used to do a mean front Uso splash. It was her and the Usos when they all debuted together.
Yeah,
I remember Tamina had a angle and she had a crush on Santino Marella, but yeah, she fizzled out after a while. But hey, respect to Tamina Snuka. She comes back. She comes back. If they're trying to have a woman in the War Games match with the men, I don't know. I don't know what they're planning to do. I just think their plans got all up. But clearly they might be going a different direction, but we'll find out. But yeah, I might have to let Raw play in the background because let's talk about this next actual match. Jey Uso versus CM Punk. Okay, it's happening. I'm not necessarily excited for it because I've seen these two mixing it up for a lot of the summer. Now we're having a one-on-one for the title. And we have two baby faces, one who's teetering on the edge of heeldom, that being Jey Uso. The other one who's coming back from being screwed over by Seth Rollins, who is now injured and won't be back no time soon. And I really don't care. So what are your thoughts on the match?
Punk better win. Punk better win that title, bro. Give that man the run that he deserves. Cause that cash in was some, bro.
That cash in was fantastic.
It was good. It was exciting. You know what I'm saying? It was exciting. I'm not taking away from the excitement of it, but it was.
The speculation of the injury leading up to the cash in made it great.
It did.
It did. But we was wondering, was he really, really hurt? Now,
yeah, he's
really hurt. This is kind of like bittersweet.
I know, right? That's so crazy, bro. Isn't it ironic?
I don't know. Maybe because this Punk versus Uso is just not an exciting marquee match, but at least it's on television. You know, it's Saturday night's main event, and that's a high profile match for that show.
It is.
And they got 2 weeks to build towards it on the microphone, but Jay can't hang with Punk on the microphone. All Jay's heat is coming from the backstage interaction, which has been good. I appreciate that. But now Jimmy going to be mad at him. So here's how this can get interesting. So let's say that Jay turns heel and wins through dastardly tactics, and he wins the title. Now we got a heel Jay title run. Or Tweener Jay title run. And he continues his descent into Roman Reigns madness because he has the Precious. Or Jimmy might inadvertently cause Jay to lose and Punk wins. That's what you're thinking?
Goddamn right. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. And it's going to be kind of like him and his brother going to feud, bro.
You think his brother...
Or he going to just purely stop with his brother.
I think... this ties into like what's Roman's plans with Bronson and Bron still. We got to figure that part out. But yeah, so Jimmy can inadvertently cause Jay the victory. Calls Jay the loss. Jimmy can also inadvertently cause Punk the loss. And him and Jay are in cahoots because they are brothers. And they can be heels. And Jay could walk around with the championship that way. Or, so I don't think Punk beating Jay clean is happening.
Oh, no.
It'll be kind of like geeking him out.
Yeah, Jimmy's going to get involved. But it's just how, we don't know how it's going to go. Is it going to go in the favor of Jay and he win? Or is, like I said, he's going to cause him to lose that? If I was a betting man, I say Jimmy's going to cause him inadvertently to lose. And that's going to cause more friction. That's going to cause Jay to go more heel. And then he's going to be on some bull to try to get that title from Punk. And they might feud for a little bit. To me, that makes more sense makes the most sense. It would be exciting to see that. Like I said, I'm for you. You don't with it, but I want to see Jay go heel, bro. I want to see him go straight heel, and see like what they can do with it. What they can do with it. Like people still want him regardless, man. They still gonna be Team Yeet, man. Like regardless, because
they need some top heels. So the one way to get top heels is to turn a top face.
Yeah.
To the dark side.
Yeah.
But maybe he's not the one. Maybe this is a smoke screen for something bigger. That's why I got to watch SmackDown. I need to see what Cody's up to.
Yeah.
Cody might be creeping up.
Those are the two I'm the most excited to see go heel. Cody and Jay, bro.
At least I know Cody would be a asshole in his little suit, his little smug face.
Mm-hmm. And he got to dye his hair. Well, let his hair go back to regular color.
Dye it back dark.
Yeah, got to go back to the regular color and talking coming out.
That'll be fun.
Y'all should be kissing my feet. I put so much work in for this company. Just talking like.
I think he would get some great heat as a heel. Oh, yeah. Jay, I don't know. Just because of the way Jay talk, he ain't that guy on the microphone. What if he aligns himself with a Paul Heyman? What if he was to join division or something? I don't think he will. Not after feuding as much as they did. That would be dumb. But we all know all is forgiven in wrestling. So
yeah, he don't need it. He don't need it. Bronson needed that, bro. Like Bronson needed that. Breakker needed that. Like they needed something to like. Well, maybe not Bron. Bron already had it, but I think Bronson needed something to add to his formula for him to like, and him joining the division and feuding with Roman and having those matches that kind of like made him more eyes is watching now. But Bron, I just think they wanted to like test and see like how he would be as a heel, and it's working.
Oh yeah, it's working.
Like even though he's a heel, still like they get the hype when he come out of Spirit, just out of nowhere.
I think next week will be telling. Although we said this last week that this week was going to be telling, and they didn't tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy's the follow up with what Jimmy got to say next week, whenever he says it, which most likely will be backstage.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay will be like, "Hey, we good?" Eat, and then some more happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because Roman said he ain't gonna see them until Christmas, whatever on that one. He just might not, and that might be the case now. You may not see Roman until December. Who knows? LA Knight might have a lot to say because he's getting screwed out of things.
For sure.
He didn't get screwed last night. He got pushed over.
No, he just lost.
Got eliminated. It was a wrap. But he'll have something to say. He'll have some reason, some compelling reason to say, well, I should still be in this mix. And I hope they just still keep it one-on-one. Don't change it. Jay versus CM Punk, one-on-one. But LA Knight might get involved and inadvertently cause one of these gentlemen to lose.
That's a good point. I ain't thinking about LA Knight getting involved.
Or this might be an unpopular outcome, but maybe there is a no contest and we get no winner in that match because now Braun and Bronson want to come up and just ruin the entire match.
That would suck.
It's on TV, so it's not like we pay for it.
Yeah. I want to see a champion, man.
And you're putting your money on Punk, right?
Yeah. I'm going with Punk.
This one person on Reddit said, I'll stop watching wrestling if Jay goes over on CM Punk. There's a lot of people cooking Jay on this Reddit thread.
Oh, they are, bro. They was like, I was reading this too, man. It was like, yo, like, who came up with this storyline?
Right. Like Punk and Jay, the championship would do a lot more for LA Knight right now than or Jay Uso.
Yeah, man. It's just, and so we knew, not to switch subjects, but kind of within the same premise of what we're talking about, just things that just kind of like just don't make sense. But I guess this does kind of make sense because we heard Jacob was kind of hurt, right? Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And then he gets hurt in the back. He's just in a bloody mess. And then it's like, all right, Cody versus Drew. And it's like, same thing with Drew McIntyre. I think Drew McIntyre's in the LA Knight boat too, bro. Just never can like get over. He's just at the door, but he just can't walk in.
I mean, he had it for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Until Punk cost him to lose, which was a great moment.
Yeah.
Which led to a great money feud.
Yeah.
It's just that, okay, CM Punk wins the world title.
Mm-hmm.
So now what? He's the man. Who does he defend it against at the Rumble or at Mania? Who wins the Rumble to take on CM Punk? Or do they jump straight into Braun getting himself in contention? Does Adam Pearce put a lot of barriers in the way of Braun getting in title contention? Maybe CM Punk's the one who puts over Braun. For Braun's first title win.
I'm going to say story time. How about this? Bron wins the Rumble.
Okay.
Bron Breakker wins the Rumble. Goes against CM Punk at Mania. Seth causes him to lose. Braun to lose.
Not against that. Curb stomp's coming.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For damn sure.
Who gets who first.
Mm-hmm.
Between those two. But what if this would you be pissed off if this was another ruse?
Yeah, I would.
Seth comes back. Ha ha. Got you again.
I don't think it's a ruse, because if it was, like, we know he liked that title, bro. Like, Seth just don't want to give up no goddamn title. Like, he's all about having that goddamn title. He's all about what it represents. He's all about pushing that title. He said he wanted it even before he turned heel. He was like, he wanted to make that the working class title. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't think this is a ruse. If it is, I will definitely be pissed off. I'm like, all right, man, now y'all just playing too many goddamn games, bro. And it's not even funny. It would be
that would be a terrible decision if they did that.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to think of, like, I know I'm just so not excited about where we're at. Just the main event picture right now is very stale.
The bit cooked, man. It's a bit cooked. They feuded so much, you know, CM, LA Knight, and Jay. And it's kind of like, I would have much rather see him versus LA Knight than Jay. I mean, I like Jay, but, you know, he had the title, man. He had his run. Let's get some new blood in there, bro.
They should totally have. I mean, like, I'm not trying to say let's just regulate Jey Uso to the tag team division, but he had his world title run. He's had the IC title. The tag team division on Raw is trash, and a team like the Usos could save it. Now, do I want to have the Usos and division both in the tag team title mix? No, because then now we're seeing the same fighting each other all over again. But just keep one team in and one team out.
And for those exact reasons, I think that's why they don't do it, bro. Off of what you just said, you know, because we want to see that every week. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah, we got to remix this roster. It might be time for some split. Thankfully, Rumble season's coming, so our minds will be taken off of all this in preparation for the Rumble, or the Chamber, and for Mania. But it seems as if the bloom is off the rose in the Triple H era right now.
You know what? Bring the Motor City Machine Guns to Raw.
Yes, do that. Bring the Street Profits to Raw.
Yeah.
Bring DIY. Bring Ray Phoenix over and have him team with Penta. If you're not going to put any gold on Penta, have him team with his brother.
Yeah.
But do something.
Spruce it up.
You know what?
And I said the Motor City Machine Guns because SmackDown has enough exciting tag teams to where they can spare them, and I think Raw needs that. Raw really don't have an exciting tag team if you think about it.
I mean, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, they're exciting right now.
Right now, but I mean, like, that's just them. Who else? An exciting tag team. Finn Balor and JD McDonough, were there? You think they're exciting? Not saying that they can't wrestle. They're definitely dope.
No,
they're not exciting.
They're not Fraxium.
Yeah, exactly. And the Motor City Machine Guns, they're exciting.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I think their energy will spruce it up a little bit, and they'll get them excited, and they'll want to, like, go all in.
Yeah, bro. I don't.
Energy's a real thing, man.
It is. It is. And Monday Night Raw is starting to zap my energy. That's why I need to shift it somewhere else and give Monday Night Raw just a little bit of break. I'm not willing to watch both shows and keep up with both shows. I'm only going to give my attention to one at the moment. One that's the better show. If you want me to watch both shows, then how about you start putting your talent on both shows? That will solve all your creative problems if you would just get rid of this ridiculous brand split, get rid of these separate championships, and just have one champion in all categories. That's the problem. This is why you have a 17-man battle royal. This is why you have the same fighting each other every single week for an entire summer.
Yeah.
Because you could have just had CM Punk go to SmackDown, around with some people on SmackDown, have a match with Damian Priest or some Aleister Black, some Jacob Fatu, have them come have CM Punk on Raw this week, and then next Friday, CM Punk can be on SmackDown and not on Raw next week. Vice versa, have Randy show up on Raw and not be on SmackDown. Just have him feud with someone on this show until it's time to feud with someone else on the other show. And then you would not have the same main event every week because we have different people. Now we went from a 17 eligible male participants in a battle royal to double to what 38?
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
Get rid of it, bro.
Yeah, the two,
and they're not trying.
It just made things kind of like
once upon a time. Because in my mind, the brand split's never been good. And once we get to Rumble season, it doesn't matter anymore. Now everybody's just going everywhere. So why even do it? Why even have a draft? It's just to have a theme for one show for some ratings. It doesn't mean have people just move around. They don't do shows separately. They don't do separate touring. They used to. They used to have separate pay-per-views back in the day, which was dumb. Just get rid of the. Hey, Cody, you're doing Raw this week. Hey, Cody, you're doing SmackDown next week. Hey, Cody, you're doing Raw 3 weeks in a row. They're going to go back to SmackDown and feud with somebody over there or whatever. But it's just dumb, bro. It's dumb. And that's your problem. It's not the lack of creative ideas. It's that your roster is thin, which sounds weird to me. But you got to factor in, as you mentioned, injuries and other unforeseeable circumstances that can put a monkey wrench in the storyline.
Mm-hmm. Have a couple of stories on backup, man.
You can have an IC title and a United States title. You just can't have two world champions. That's all. You can't have two world tag team champions, but you can still have all the secondary titles in the world as long as you figure out a way to establish what they mean. United States. Intercontinental. Sure. All the countries that fall within that. Mm-hmm. You don't need a European title. You already got two secondaries as it is. The United States could be like the equivalent of the European title. Mm-hmm. And then just have two shows, matches, start promoting them ahead of time. Don't miss Raw next week. Cody's going to show up and then have someone step to Cody. Have Finn step up to Cody or some.
The possibilities are endless.
One commenter on our last video, and he made it pretty clear. He's like, "Yo, this ain't rocket science. It's not, but it damn sure make it seem as if it is."
We're thinking.
It damn sure make it seem as it is. It's really that simple. It's promotion and just cross-pollination, and then enough space in between shows for everybody to get a chance to shine. I love the idea of Motor City Machine Guns on Raw. Love the idea. They come. It's not that they're on Raw permanently. They're on Raw this episode, and they'll be back in 2 weeks for another episode of Raw, maybe.
Yeah, I just think they can spruce it up, man.
And we've had a break since the last time we saw him, so now we're not fatigued, right? Have Jay go over to SmackDown, team up with Sami Zayn for a match against, I don't know, 2 MFTs or something. Mm-hmm. It's like I think I mentioned this last year. You go to the cologne counter. You got the coffee beans there, and you sniff the coffee beans in between smelling the colognes, so that way you can clear out your palate. I don't know why this is so goddamn difficult, bro.
Yeah, they're making it difficult. It's not difficult, man. They just making it that way.
Yeah. But of the compliment sandwich, as we get ready to wrap this up, of the compliment sandwich, the good news, the bread is AJ Styles, the Dragon League, winning the tag team championships.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That's the top slice. Bottom slice is them doing a different main event with a battle royal to determine our contender, to say, all right, we got to figure out something out. Plan B for our world title picture. Cool. E for effort. Then the big burger in the middle with toppings is everything else we've talked about today, with the poor choices of who they chose to win said battle royal, the issues with the depth of their roster, the predictability of things, and then really dropping the ball on making a very strong new first impression of whatever this faction is supposed to be of the vision.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to Becky Lynch for sunning
the man,
Paul Heyman.
You penguin face prick.
Now, what would be dope is if somehow they showed us that Seth Rollins has recovered from his surgery. He's rehabbing his injury. And bro, just cut a little promo saying, when I get back, I'm coming to get you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do this. I don't know why they don't do it. But even that is not rocket science.
Yeah, that would be fire. Please do that, WWE. That would be so.
Anyway, I don't want our show to be a downer. But when the product is,
gotta speak on it, man.
Gotta clean up.
We the people have a voice, and we use it.
All six. But hey, we want to know what you guys think about what's going on in the world title picture for Monday Night Raw. What do you think about the tag team division on Monday Night Raw? Are you fatigued from Monday Night Raw? Do you want something different, something new? Let us know in the comment section. We appreciate every comment that you drop. And while you're at it, let's do our plugs real quick. Steven Gold, my guy, drops new freestyles every single week on SoundCloud. You can find them under Steven Gold 919, or just Steven Gold.
Steven Gold 919.
Steven Gold 919. The link is actually in the description of every video that we put here on HHW. So click that link, hear my man spit some bars. While you're doing that, open up another tab, let that play in the background, and go to hiphopandwrestling.com, where you can get this hat, and get this shirt, and a bunch of other cool merchandise that we have on sale there. Don't forget to check out our other co-host, Madison J., who dropped Rappers Like Wrestling 1, 2, and 3, all on Bandcamp. And Rappers Like Wrestling 2 is actually on all streaming platforms right now. So go check it out to see a mashup of hip-hop and lyricism and wrestling references and nostalgia and all that good projects. Make sure you check them out. Other than that, we're going to be back next week, but we're going to talk about SmackDown and what's popping there. And if something significant happens on Raw, we'll bring it up. And we'll play some games as well to lighten things up, so we're not a bunch of negative Nathaniels every week.
Nathaniel and Nancy's.
Yeah, negative Nancy's and negative Nathaniels. We love wrestling, clearly. That's why we record ourselves talking about it every single week, right?
For sure.
But Jesus, maybe it's meant for sometimes you got to walk away so you can miss it a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So I got to take a break.
The heart go fonder.
Yeah, so I got to take a little bit of break of Raw, but let me see what's popping on the Blue brand.
Also search Steven Gold on all streaming platforms. They got hella music out. Old albums, new albums, and more to come.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm up the plug. Steven Gold got music on the Spotify's, the Apple Musics, the Titles, YouTube Music, everywhere.
Look at
Steven
boy,
Gold with a V.
Tag me. Listen to the music, tag it.
Yeah.
TikTok, take a picture. Take your fashion pictures, tag my music behind it. I appreciate the love.
Absolutely. And we appreciate you rocking with us on HHW. We will see all of y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.